My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. This breakdown is brought to you by Premium Membership. Premium Membership brings you all sorts of betting and fantasy tools to help you make money. Things like exclusive 2, 3, and 4 leg parlays, betting calculators, parlay calculators, daily fantasy ownership projections, fighter salary rankings, and so much more. Check it out now at WeWantPicks.com. Scroll to the top and click Become a Member. And don't forget, we are giving away $50. All you need to do is go to WeWantPicks.com/bets, sign up with any one of our betting partners, make a deposit, and we send you $50 as a thank you. That's WeWantPicks.com/bets. Sign up, make a deposit, we send you $50. Next up at UFC London, we have everybody's favorite hype boy, Mokaev, and he's taking on Charles Johnson. Mokaev is only 6-0 in his entire career, and he's 4-0-1 in his last 5, and he's coming off a successful UFC
Oh my God, you went too
debut.
far. Back it up a slide. Back it up a slide.
Oh, shut up. Who cares? I did go too far. Oh, I didn't add the second one.
Oh.
We're going to leave it there. Yeah, well, that's what happens. Yeah, so McCommon, I know.
This channel's going to shit.
Charles Johnson is 11-2 overall. He's 4-1 in his last 5, making his UFC debut after a successful LFA title reign. Mokaev, he's a Dagestani wrestler. He grew up in England, though, so he is English, but he's got the Dagestani wrestling heritage. Mokaev is an incredible wrestler, and even though he's only listed as 6-0 as a professional, he has had an incredibly long and successful amateur career. He's a very dominant wrestler who's got great grappling, and his striking is improving. He's coming off that early submission win over Cody Durden, which that win's aging pretty well after Cody's last performance. And Charles Johnson, this guy's very interesting. He's a character. He's so much fun to watch, and he's got a huge personality. If you have a spare, it's like 20 minutes at this point. If you have a spare 20 minutes, go watch some of his LFA fights on YouTube and listen to how they introduce him. It's like the longest introduction ever. It's funny. It's just a good watch. He's the former LFA champion. He's a very well-rounded fighter. His style is mostly striking, but he is capable everywhere. He marches forward with busy boxing and solid kicks. He has some solid power, and he just never stops coming forward. His cardio, his pressure, his confidence, that's going to be an issue for a lot of people in the UFC. And this is an interesting fight because all the hype says that Mokaev is the next Islam. He's the next Khabib. He's the next big thing. But he's only 22 years old. He is getting a UFC newcomer. And on the surface, and I can even see in the live chat right now, it's, the UFC is giving him cans. He's just going to blow through people. They're going to build him up. They're going to turn him into a stud. But Charles Johnson is dangerous. And I think this fight could be a lot of fun. Charles Johnson, he's definitely going to get taken down in this fight. That's how good Mokaev's wrestling is. But his submission defense is pretty solid. His get-up game is fantastic. And more important than all of that, he doesn't care. He's not afraid to get taken down. You see people fight some of these really good wrestlers, and they're afraid to throw kicks. They're afraid to throw punches. They don't do what they normally do because they're worried about getting taken down. Charles Johnson doesn't care. He's just going to do what he does, and he's accepted, I'm probably going to get taken down, and then I'll just get right back up. And that's the way you handle these good wrestlers. You're not going to learn the takedown defense needed to defend some of these takedowns. So Charles Johnson, he's doing all the tape research and stuff like that. He's very real. He's very good. He's going to stand there. He's going to throw hard. He's going to work for a finish. I don't think he gets the finish. I do think Mokaev wins because I think that wrestling is just going to be a little too much. But I really like this fight. I want to see both of these guys do well in the UFC. And Charles Johnson, I mean, he may be a solid upset here. The odds are nuts on this fight, too. What do you think?
I actually 100% agree with you. I'm surprised that you went this way. I know you're kind of a Mokaev a hater a little bit. I can't believe this dude is only 20.
I picked him to win last time.
I can't believe
just
this
say
dude.
outlandish shit and just move on.
I can't believe this dude is only 21 because you watch the way that he acts in the octagon. So the guy is loose. He acts like he is a multiple time world champion, defending world champion. Like nobody can touch him, and that's not even in a bad way, because some people can act like that, like we saw with Gore a few weeks ago. He talks about being the double champ, like I'm the best, like blah 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 blah. But this guy backs it up, and the way he fights, it favors him with his confidence in the octagon. But I agree 100%. These odds are crazy. He should be the favorite. I have it in my mind when I was watching film, maybe like a minus 200.
Oh, okay.
Muhammad should be the favorite. Yeah. I think it should be maybe like a minus 200. Obviously, he has a clear advantage in the wrestling, in the grappling. But as you mentioned, Charles Johnson is well-versed. The guy, he's a Tiger Muay Thai striker. He's very well-versed, and obviously in the striking. He's going to have a clear striking advantage. And as you mentioned, he gets taken down, and he has a lot of like balance issues, especially in his last fight. He throws a lot of kicks. A lot of his kicks get caught, and he will scramble to the ground. But because he does that so often, he's well-versed. He gets back to his feet, as you mentioned. If you get a hold of him, he's pretty good at withstanding the submissions as well. I think the kicks are ultimately going to be the downfall, because they are easily caught, as you've seen in his last fights before, and he throws a lot of them. I think that's the opportunity. But a lot of times when you're trying to catch kicks, if it's body kick, you're trying to catch that body kick, all of a sudden it comes up high, you're going to be in real trouble. So I think this is a real test for Muhammad. I have it in my notes that if he is able to make this look as easy as his last fights, I will be very, very impressed. I think he's already the real deal, but if he just runs through Charles Johnson, that is like, to me, like, wow. Because I don't think this is a 400 favorite. I see this as more as a minus 200. Obviously, he is going to be my pick. He has such a clear advantage on the ground, but I think this is going to be a real test for him. And if he comes out, makes it look easy, that's pretty impressive. So I'm going Muhammad.
Yeah, so we're both on Muhammad, and we're both giving proper respect to Charles Johnson is the takeaway here. Right. The guy's good. The guy's dangerous. And I love that he doesn't care. He's going to bring the fight. And it's I guess I applaud the UFC for doing this matchup, because they could have given Muhammad a bum, just anybody to get a win over, a 50-year-old, like just anything. Instead, they're like, here's a guy who's only 31, so in what could be the prime of his career. He's very talented, a world champion in a good-sized organization. Let's see how good you actually are. So I respect it. Good for them for doing that. DraftKings pricing-wise, Muhammad Mokaev is the most expensive fighter in DraftKings. He's probably worth it, because I think he wins. And even if he doesn't get a stoppage, he will get takedowns. He will get control time, and he'll end up being worth 100-something points. You're nodding there. The Monkey Knife Fight strike line, don't touch it. We just don't know what's going to happen here. Don't touch that. But if you want to touch some free money, just go to wewantpicks.com/bets. Sign up with any one of our 5 betting partners. We send you $50 as a thank you. And anybody who doesn't know, we have premium membership. Go to wewantpicks.com, scroll to the top, click become a member, and we have all sorts of betting tools, bets, fantasy tools, fantasy ownership. We rank every fighter by price point, all sorts of valuable information there.